Body is a temple. It has to be now. My body used to be open to the world like a merry-go-round. The only price you had to pay was you had to compliment me. Me. See me? I never saw me. Only what others thought of me. Never exactly my destiny, but what other people talked of me instead of walking with me. See, I had more knives in my back, stabs, wounds, pains, everything, than what happened when you get acupuncture. But the thing is, I was always there when they called my phone, and I was always punctual. Never on CP time, but the rockets that they used to blow up my world, it made my back frames harden. So in order to get to my temple, all you had to do was pretend. Pretend to love me inside and out. Pretend to be my pillow when I had a hard day's work and I could come home and lay my head on your chest and you say, baby, go ahead and rest because I got you. And they did. They got me for every part of my soul. No fragment left of adolescence because I was late to the no child left behind phase, but I got played. No more was I helpful but a vessel for those who needed to fill themselves with other people's thoughts so that way they could feel like they were someone important or the things that they did. And yet I was the one acting childish, seeking approval. So I filled my skin with ink so that way I could hide the emptiness, and then something happened. I started to reveal my body so that way I could use God as a way to reach out to people. See, this piece is only a piece of a piece that you have to cooperate together so that way you can have it as a pen to paper. From here, the biggest thing is, though, I asked God, how can I relay your word? He said the first thing that you need to do is get on your knees and have an intimate one-on-one conversation to see exactly what I had planned for you. See, the Bible says not to mock your body in the remembrance of the dead. But see, I'm still alive, and God's word will say, so am I. See, on your chest is going to say, what God can't do doesn't exist. That's a double negative. But see, with God, that's the only time two wrongs can make a right. And see, with that formula, and a black man is good at math, I'm Blasian. God said, don't worry about me because I'm not aging. I said, no worries because my trust isn't wavering. And because of that, inside of my arm, I have work without faith is dead. And because of that, I believe what he said was no man can run into trouble if he's on his knees praying. But that's not the same thing as a late payment to your landlord, because it's not the same concept. But if that went back and forth over your head, you're bound to get a rise as my brothers in the eagles. They rise up mounted with wings as eagles. But see, on my ribs, I bear the mark of God on my body. That's the feeling I get when I first wake up. But see, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. But on my forearm, I got fuck all my enemies when I'm mad. Forgive all my enemies when I'm happy. That's fame. And because of that, I know what it means to be happy and sad and to be weak and strong at the same time. See, I got a devil wing on my shoulder and an angel wing on my other one to embellish. See, when you're having sex and you ain't got a condom, you sitting there wondering, the devil wing's like, oh, that's, man, I'm jealous. Then the angel's like, she looks pretty angelic. While he crosses over the shoulder and sits there and says, oh, to hell with it, knowing damn well I wasn't prepared for the repercussions of me busting. Now after all the fussing and cussing because the test came back positive and I was sure that I pulled out, I got the back of my forearm saying, all things fall apart so better things can fall in place. And because of that, to this day, my princess is the best blessing that God has ever gave me.
Talk about it, yo.
Talk about it, you got it.
So he was the best blessing that he ever gave me. See, and even as a sinner reaching out to the gates of heaven, he even saw me worthy enough to raise royalty in a world surrounded by peasantry, even when people are spending $99.99 on Ancestry to find out whether their father is important or not, when I know mine is of upper echelon. So when people ask me, why is my body full of tattoos, it's because my skin is paper and that gun is ink. And I'm the link to God's temple, so that way the people who can't swim won't sink, because as long as they have faith in God's word, they're all right. That's it.